I don't often hear people talk about how you know when you're ready to be intimate with a romantic partner. A lot of us grow up with this messaging of abstinence till marriage, but then it's not like you get married and suddenly you're ready for intimacy. But as we move away from purity culture and away from abstinence only, what do we move into? And I'm not just talking about intercourse, I'm talking about all kinds of physical intimacy. How do you know when you're ready for it? I think it all comes down to communication. There are certain things that you really need to talk about when it comes to intimacy before you're ready. The first thing you need to be able to discuss is boundaries. What are you comfortable with? What are you not comfortable with? What are those lines that you don't want to cross? And you need to talk to them about what lines they don't want to cross. What are their fears and expectations? Then you need to be mature enough to stop. Stop when you realize that you've reached your boundary that you've discussed. Or more importantly, when you've reached their boundary where they said they wouldn't be comfortable going farther. Even if in that moment they're acting like they would be comfortable going farther, you need to stop. You need to know how to stop. Another thing you need to be able to discuss is what are you going to do if you or your partner becomes uncomfortable during intimacy. Often we don't know that something's going to make us uncomfortable until we're in that situation. And it can be hard to say, no, stop, I'm uncomfortable. That can be embarrassing. Will you and your partner be brave enough to say, no, I'm uncomfortable, we need to stop? On the other side of that, are you going to be upset if your partner tells you that they're uncomfortable and needs to stop? Are you going to say, yeah, that's fine, we can slow things down, let's do something else? Or are you going to feel rejected and get angry? The same goes for your partner. Are they going to feel rejected and angry if you tell them to stop? Will you feel safe telling them to stop if you get uncomfortable? Often people think, oh, I'm uncomfortable, but we're already doing this, so I'm just going to get through it and then it'll be over. And that'll be better for our relationship. It's not. It's not better for your relationship. Another thing you need to discuss is birth control and what you'll do if and when birth control fails. If you're not ready to have these conversations, you are not ready to be intimate with that person. These conversations can mean the difference between coming out of an experience feeling respected and honored and having more trust with that person moving forward, as opposed to feeling rejected, ignored, manipulated, and violated. There are couples that have been together for decades and have never had these conversations. And I can almost guarantee that one or both of them has been violated by the other at some point because they were intimate before they were ready, and they might still not be ready.